Good morning, everyone. How are you? How are you? How are you? I know we've only got one or two people in right now, but that's okay. Welcome to a beautiful Saturday morning for my Scrappy Short series. I am super thrilled to do this one today. I usually do a pre-recorded Scrappy Short Saturdays every other Saturday. And just so that you guys know, I pre-record. So I usually pre-record like my Scrappy Shorts, my Monday videos, my okay, I'll try that videos. About a month out. I do a whole bunch at one time, and I pre-record a month at a time. As I was prepping, I thought, you know what? I haven't done a Scrappy Short live in forever. And we did one quite a while back. I've only done one, and I just thought, I'm starting to get accumulation of stuff again, and why not? Let's just go live and craft some out and do some live. So that's what we're going to do today. Whoever pops in, pops in. I know I didn't put this out there until late yesterday, so that's my bad. I didn't schedule this accordingly so that it was sitting out there and you all could see that I was going live. So hopefully we get a couple of you to pop in. Here's what we're going to do. I know that many of you, just like me, you have a bucket of scraps. You have stuff that sits on your scrap table and you shove it aside, and it's extras from this card, extras from this card, a mistake from this card, and we just don't throw it away. We just put it in little piles, right? So I'm going to do a combination today of my scrap piles on my desk because I'm sick of moving them around, sick of cleaning them, sick of them falling on the floor and picking them up. And then we're going to try to see what I have in my scrap bucket. Some of these are just full-on card panels, and we're just going to slap it on, make a card, and call it a day. Some of these are just things that, I'm not sure if I liked it when I made it, and then we'll see if I like it today. See what we can come up with. So it's just going to be a scrap along, if you will. If you guys want to scrap along with me, by all means, sit at your craft table, grab your scraps, and let's see what we can create. My goal is 3 cards today, and we'll see what we can get done, because I know some of these are going to be relatively simple. I have kind of gone through my scraps just to kind of see what I have, get some ideas, so I have some ideas today. I have some new stuff that I'm going to see if I'm going to try them. I'm not sure if they'll fit in with my cards or not. We'll find out. So let's just head on down to my down camera so you can see what we've got going on. Before we do that, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Would love to have you follow me here on YouTube and Instagram as well. Got lots of stuff on Instagram. We've got lives and pre-records all the time here on YouTube. So would love to have you follow along. Let's take a look at my scrap bucket. Let's take a look at everything laid out that was on my desk. Not a whole lot, actually, probably compared to some, because I use most everything. And we're just going to try to see if we can knock out 3 cards this morning and make it super easy. And feel free to just craft along. And not necessarily a tutorial as much as let's just see what we can create with scraps. So let's just take a look. All right. I know you guys have all seen my scrap bucket. This scrap bucket of mine is primarily... well, good morning, Luann. Welcome. Thanks for hanging with me. We're just having some coffee and making some scrap cards today. So most of these are backgrounds, ruined backgrounds, ones I didn't like, ones that I've done on videos that I just throw in here because I'll use them later if I've done them on a video. This was a recent video that I think is coming up. So yeah, these are just all kinds of scraps. I'm going to pull a little bit from here because I did see some Christmas cards back here. What did I do with them? And I just thought it might be fun just to take a die cut. What did I do with my Christmas cards? Oh, here they are. A die cut these out, slap them on a card, and then I got 2 Christmas cards ahead of the 120 I need to make for this season. So these were everything that was on my scrap table. From different cards, different things that just, some of it goes together, some of it doesn't go together, right? Some of these were just testing different things out and going from there. These are from, those of you that don't know, I travel, I have an office job, but I also have to travel for work a fair amount. So I'm in the airline industry, so I have to fill in for work as a flight attendant a fair amount. When I'm traveling, I make a little travel pack of some, I just stamp out a whole bunch of stuff that I feel like coloring. Bring my colored pencils. I have a little travel watercolor kit I bring with me, and these are just things that I've colored on the plane as I'm traveling back and forth, positioning to where I need to go. But the issue is I run into, and you can see on this one, I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but it gets dirty. They get dirty just from being in with each other, and so it's hard to, we'll figure out if we can do, I want to try to do something with the bird today. Different card hops. This is from a recent card hop, but I ended up making extra because the way I had a die cut to make the rainbow. This is from an old media board I made for Brutus Monroe a while back that's left over. So let's just see what we can create. I want to start with this one though. This came in a pack of some Brutus Monroe stuff. I am on the Brutus Monroe team, so just so you know, some of this stuff has been given to me for free as a design team member. But I'm not doing any sales push today. This is just all scraps. But this, anyway, came in one of my Brutus Monroe packages, and it's a watercolor sheet. I had spilled some stuff on it, and so I just threw it to the side on the table because I'm like, well, you know, heck with that. Now I can't use it. But I'm going to actually try to reuse this today with these rainbows that I recently did on a card hop. And I'm not sure how I'm going to lay these out yet, but I'm going to start with this one because I think this one's going to be relatively easy and quick. I would like to see if I can incorporate this with a barn scene. Looks like I didn't finish coloring that one. And then some nymphs. I'm feeling the nymphs today. So let's just get started, see what we can create out of these scraps. And then I'm going to pull from my scrap bucket here as I need to. But I want to start with this one and just watercolor this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get rid of this or not, the spill. So let's just grab a brush, some water. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for popping in for the couple of you hanging with me this morning. All right. So this is like those old, it's not a paint by number, but those old coloring books you used to get as a kid that had the pre-stuff stamped on it and you just wet it and then it was a watercolor. That's kind of what this sheet is. I'm not sure if Brutus Monroe even still sells them or not. I know this came out as a special, I think, so I'm not sure if they're still there. But we're going to try and knock out 2 cards with this one. And supposedly you just take and wash this down and just get your color going. And I figured this will blend out enough. And I'm going to do half with a brush, so let me just kind of roughly get half. And then I know I had seen some people just spray these. Oh, that's blending out the not too bad. You can still kind of see where I spilt it, but that's all right. The rainbow's probably going to cover that up anyway because I'm using this big rainbow for this one. And I thought this would be great as like a birthday card or something. Sentiments, I may put sentiments on after the live. I'm not sure if I'm going to waste time to do sentiments. If you watch me enough, you know that I absolutely hate doing sentiments. I don't know why. They just seem tedious to me. And so I get annoyed by them. Not for any particular reason. It's just I just get annoyed by them. So, all right. Now I'm going to mist this side just to see if it kind of like does the bloomy thing. Because I only got one sheet of this when I got it. And so I've never tried these. I almost like the bloomy part better. All right, let's just give this a little dry. Let's sop some of that up a little bit, actually, over here. Yeah, so you can kind of smear it or you can just bloom it out. And I'm just going to let this bloom out. Splatter out, I guess is probably the right word. Anybody got plans for this beautiful Saturday? I don't know about where you guys are at. Well, I know where Luann lives. It's actually kind of a nice little morning here this morning. Great coffee morning. Sun is shining. I am going with my dear friend Sandy, who's on the Brutus Monroe design team with me. Her and I are going to head to about an hour away from the cities here in Minneapolis to Rochester, Minnesota. Another friend I have not met yet. I can't wait to meet her. Sue Doherty is at a craft show or function or something, meetings or something, and we're gonna go have lunch with her. We're gonna have some little chit chat about a side project Sue's got going on that we've been kind of doing on the back end. I can't say anything about it. It is launching here in a couple weeks, so I'm super excited about that. I've been able to. A couple of us been on the testing team, I guess you would call it. So we're just gonna go have lunch with Sue and make a little road trip, this crafty road trip this afternoon, and yeah. I'm not sure if Firefly Farms is on the way or not. If it is, I would assume Sandy's going to make me stop and spend lots of money at Firefly Farms, but we'll see. Great little store. Oh, oh, you're doing a quilt this morning, huh? Nice. Sewing is not up my alley whatsoever. I have a sewing machine. Basic straight line sewing things to make seams, and that's it. I could probably figure it out, but I'm just not. That is not my deal. I love people that do it though, because it is. I know how detailed it is for sure. Do you guys just kind of have this stuff hanging on your desk too? Like, and then you go, what am I going to do? Like, or do you just throw the stuff away? I don't throw anything away, as you guys know. I keep literally almost everything. I reuse it at some point. I do end up reusing it, but not always. I mean, I've gotten better at throwing some smaller scraps and different things away, but yeah. Alright, almost dry. Probably could have just did this on the side before I went live, but that's alright. I wanted you guys to see this sheet before I wet it down. I have a feeling this one might call for some splatter too before I move on. And now that I say that, we're just going to splatter this right away. I have not used these for a while, so I want to get out these. These are my Tim Holtz watercolored pencils that I've put into a little palette and use the shavings. Let's do a little rainbow. Why not? Let me grab my my fan brushes. I feel like this page just wasn't quite enough to have on it, so we're going to give it a little something extra here. Rainbow for the rainbow. How's that? Good morning. Welcome, everybody. I'm just going right down the rainbow. Red, orange, yellow. Oh, I didn't wet down any yellow, did I? I love this palette that I made with the watercolored pencils. Just took the shavings. So these are the pencils. If nobody has these watercolored pencils, I just took shavings, put them in each little thingy, wet it, not oversaturate it, and then just kind of stirred it with a toothpick to get it all to mix and dissolve. And you got yourself a watercolor. Basically, like, it turns it into a pan watercolor set versus the pencils. And it was just something different. I'd seen Amy R. from Prairie Paper and Ink do it and thought, I want to try that. So I did. And once you get these wet, they're ready to go pretty quick. I mean, these dissolve pretty quick with water. All right, one last one. We'll re-dry this, cut this up, glue some rainbows on it. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad of a save, in my opinion, for this little sheet that I spilled on. I can guarantee by the time I'm done, this is going to be like, I'm just going to have everything covered. I just know it. I can feel it already, getting scraps out and starting to throw stuff around. All right, I'll trim the edges. I'm gonna probably ink blend just a little bit on the edges of this. Not distress it though. I want to keep it bright. I don't want to go browns and things like I tend to grab. So we'll just keep this bright. All right. We're going to trim this down. It's got a little bit of a white border, so I'm just going to take that little border off. And let me see if I can zoom out just a little bit here. Just get that little bit of that white border off all the way around. From the printing, I'm assuming. All right. And this sheet roughly, though this is obviously after I just cut here, is about roughly 8 1/4, so it's 8. It was probably 8 1/2. I'm assuming 5 1/2. Yeah, it was probably about 5 1/2. So we're gonna keep it at its width. I think I'm gonna go 5 1/4. Yeah, because then I can have a little bit of a border, and I might just do a basic black border on this. 5 1/4 by 4. We'll just take it back 1/4. By 4 on that. By 4 on this. And I'm gonna have a little scrap left. I won't keep that, I promise. That's not keepable in my opinion. Let's just go colored cardstock. I have a blue in here that I don't use very often. It's just a Crayola-ish color blue, but I feel like it goes good with this time. I have this whole slew of this blue I don't use very often. And I'm just gonna go, hopefully, is this 5 1/2? Please be 5 1/2. Oh, it's another scrap I can use out of that. So 5 1/2 exactly by 4 1/4. I always take it back an eighth of an inch. So I have just a slight white border on a full panel card because I don't like it going to the edge. Personal preference. It is just what I like. I like just if I'm doing a full panel card, I do like just a little bit around that edge. Oh yeah. Just enough to give me a little splash of color. And I need to keep this as big as possible because look how big this rainbow is. And this rainbow is going to go edge to edge. And I'm probably going to go that way so that I can do a full panel. Would be cute to put some clouds there, which I actually might do. Okay. Now that I see that out, I'm like, ooh, clouds. Clouds and a rainbow. So again, these rainbows are just left over from a recent card hop that I just did this past week. And I can't remember what the theme was. It was a outdoor theme. So I did I cut the rainbow in pieces and did it around the edge of my card, and then I had a camper that I had kind of. The rainbow was like coming out from the camper kind of thing, or RV. It was a silver streamlined RV. But again, I had all these, because I had to cut out the rainbow of colors, I ended up getting, I don't know how, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rainbows out of it. That I'm like, well, we'll save those for another day and see what we can come up with. And then I just grabbed it because they were just sitting here on my desk. So this is a, I think Candy just did this last night on something. I caught the last 5 minutes of Candy on her Bruce Monroe Live last night, and then she said something about all her cards or all her stuff off her desk or something. So I don't know if her whole card was made off of that for Bruce Monroe last night or not, but yeah. I'm going to grab, the only cloud die I have is this one, and it cuts out a full panel, and then some of these pop out. So I think I'm just going to die cut some white clouds to throw on this. And then my brick to flatten that out. And I wonder if I have, just for fun, let's just see if I've got anything that would be a fun cloud in here. That might work, but that's too nice to use for a cloud. Ooh, that's scrap. I could just use plain white too, but you know what? We're going for scraps today. Oh, check this out. I got some full panels in there that I could just throw on and call a day too. Let's see, what else do I got for clouds in here? There was something back here. These would be cool, but they're too green. These were the shaving cream things. Oh, here, this one. This was just a bubble wrap card that I was making. So let's just die cut out. Sorry, this is gonna shake on my table, but that way I don't have to go off camera for you all. Okay. Oh yeah, that works actually pretty good. It's a little, it's not really blue, but it works. Well, good morning, Cindy. Welcome, my friend. Thanks for hanging. Today we're just scrapping some cards. And rather than doing a pre-recorded video for my Scrappy Short today, we are going live to do a Scrappy Short. Had all this stuff sitting on my desk and thought, we need to use up the stuff on my desk, is what we're trying to do, plus my scrap bucket. And I just thought it would be fun. I've only done a Scrappy Short live one time before, so I thought it would be fun to go live. So we're just scrapping out cards. Feel free to craft along. I've got my coffee going here this morning. So I think what I'm going to do is cut out these and use these as well, so I have enough. So I'm just going to fussy cut around and cut those little tags off. Let's just do this one. Rather than throw these away, I might as well just use them so I have enough. Plus the die cut cuts out these little lines around here, so it's easy just to cut this out. It's almost like it scores it on this particular die. So it kind of does the work for me, actually. I sure hope that my Scrappy Shorts are encouraging you all to not throw too much away and reuse and recycle. The only reason why I do some of this stuff is because I feel like craft supplies are expensive nowadays. Even the paper can get expensive. Designer series paper, you name it, right? I just feel like it can get expensive, and like I just don't want to waste and throw stuff away because it's just too pricey. And so I try to use everything down to the last little nubby scraps if I can. Like you open up my little envelopes of designer paper, and like stuff just falls out because there's so many little scraps in there. But I'll use it eventually. I just saw a friend of mine do this collage one with all these little tiny scraps. And I was like, that's a great idea too. So yeah. Perfect. Look at those clouds. I'm even keeping these flat ones that got cut off just because I can layer up the clouds, right? Okay. Let's just take a rainbow. And let's just lay these out. So I know this one's cut off at the top, so I'm going to lay that one like so. We're going to overlay this guy on him. I'm going to go, actually, where's a smaller one? I need a small one. Big guy in front, this guy like this guy like this. Nope. Give me a medium. Go back to this guy. So it'll be that way. There we go. It's like build a bear, build a cloud, build a bear. All right, and then we're gonna go right over this guy. And look at that. I used up the flat piece on that one, right? Go that side, and then we're gonna go like so, and then we'll throw my little, there we go. This guy has a little cutoff on it. We'll hide the cutoffs first. Cutoff, so similar layout. Okay. Actually, cute, kind of a cute little birthday card. Actually, these are going to be birthday cards. I can tell you that already. Good amount of glue on that. Oh, I like a little happy birthday across that. And yeah, you know me, it's got to go up on dimensionals, right? That's just a hands down given for this one. Well, Gaz, my friend, where have you been? And yes, I said build a bear because I was building a cloud. You must have been, were your ears burning when I said build a bear? And he's like, oh my gosh, that's my calling. I got to go log in. You're hilarious. My friend, how have you been? It's been a while. When are we doing another live together, my friend? You got to have me over on your channel. I thought we did such a great project last time. Welcome, you guys. I know a couple more of you popped in. You're probably just hanging in the background there, which is fine. Drinking coffee, hanging out, craft along if you want. Grab your scrap bucket and let's just make some cards this morning and just chill out. I've got one card. We'll see. I don't have enough clouds for... Oh, I might have enough clouds to do the second card of this one. I will not waste your time throwing sentiments on these. Sentiment to sentiment to sentiment. So these are going to get happy birthday on them. Ooh, I like. Okay, there's card number 1. Let's see if I can get enough clouds to do card number 2 and get 2 rainbows done here before we move on. I would like to try this Brutus Monroe book one I have sitting over here. Was a foiling goof, and I know I've got a video out there where I just recently goofed on foil and I made some cards of these foil panels, and I think it was a Scrappy Short one video, but I have this Brutus Monroe panel that I think it was probably same day that I screwed up on, but I'm like, I don't want to throw the panel away, but now I have an idea for it, so let's just, I might try that one next. Oh, perfect. It might have to be beginning part of the week because I think I have, I've got some work things I'm flying for over the weekend, but other than that, I am free. All right. So this one, let's just fix some of these little cuts here. I'm just going to cut all around the cloud score line so it just is a little bit more prominent here. Just like so. All right. So this and that. Oh, do I have enough? I'm going to go, I have two larger ones, so we're going to have to go like this. We're going to have to go large, small, small. That's kind of a little janky cloud, so we're going to throw him here and him here and here. We're going to get rid of that, the glob. It looks like a glob. Oh, wait, here's two more. These look better, actually. There we go. Oh, there we go. All right. Reorganize. Yeah, that just hit the floor. Perfect. So I'm getting two cards out of this. So I've got my one. This was one panel of scrap of the, when I was doing a video, I think, on bubble wrap. And then I got some more rainbows. Where'd my rainbows go? Here we go. And I cut it out once with one panel die. So I got enough clouds to do two rainbows out of that. And now I'm able to use up two out of the, I think I've got two more rainbows left to use up for another day. And then this panel was the Brutus Monroe watercolor panel that I had spilled on, and we just re-wet it, splattered it with some rainbow splatter, and I was able to save and salvage that. Look at this. Even if my little extra cuts, I just throw on the side of my my tape, and it peels off, and I can reuse it. Waste not, want not. Gaz, are you still working? Did your new shift? Didn't you switch shifts to like days or something? I thought you had switched shifts if you are still in the room to a little bit better schedule. Hopefully that's helped a little bit. I know that schedule was brutal for you. All right, 2 rainbow cards. And now we're going to move on to the book. And I'll show you the mistake that I made, or what happened. I think it was the foil that I was using. I got a roll of foil. It was the first roll of foil I got, and I think it was the wrong foil for the fuse, because I know there's one that you can use or something or other. And I think that's what I got until I got some new deco foil for the fuse. Okay, 2 happy bright. We're gonna put happy. I got a happy birthday stamp from Simon Says. I know that it's a long one that I'm gonna put right here on both of these, and perfect. I actually have another one that says another trip around the sun, but it would be fit here probably nice. So one of those 2. So there's my rainbow cards. Moving on. Okay. I had this one that I foiled, and you can see it was not supposed to get all this extra, like, I don't know, grit and like all this stuff was not supposed to be on there. It fits kind of with the paper because it's a distressed looking paper, but it's not supposed to be there. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I have an old book that I was going to use and put a page behind it. Or, let me check. I had some, I thought I had scraps of this one. I want scripty thing, and I know this one had script in it. I don't know if I have any scraps of script, though. But, let's see. This is the Hall Pass paper from Brutus Monroe. Oh, that actually would work cute. Originally, oh, that one too. Originally, I was thinking, if I can find it in here. Oh, here we go. Was the scripty one. But I kind of like the pencils, I think, better, actually. And die cutting that out. And I think that's what I'm going to go with. It's salvage. Now, all I'm doing here is just salvaging my foiling mistake. Again, I'm better at foiling now. It's not that I can't foil now. This was like one of the first times I was foiling and yada, yada, yada. I just didn't get it right. I got, what did I do with them? I won a $25 gift card on an Instagram hop to Pink and Maine, and I spent more than that. I generally, you guys, if I win something like this $25 gift card, I will spend double that as a patronage to the person giving it away. So I spent $50, but I actually spent like $75. I got these new dies. This one I had. I got these new dies from Pink and Maine. And I want to use this one, I think. Love this one. What's this one called? Mod Stitch Rectangle Dies. Love this one. So I'm going to cut him out. That way I alleviate some of my mess, keep some of it, because I think the distress part of it looks okay. And then we're just going to layer it on this. And so I don't want to go too much bigger than that because then it's going to cover full panel and I won't see this. So I think if I cut off a little bit of those flowers, it's going to be okay, because this one is going to be pretty much full panel and then I won't see any of that behind it. So I'm going to do this one. This is why I save stuff. Because sometimes if I do something and then I'm like, I don't like it, and now I can't think of anything to do to change the card I'm trying to work on, so I'll start over. But when I come back after this has been sitting in my bucket for probably 3 months. 4 months maybe, until I just get inspiration, you know. And when I decided to go live for today versus pre-recorded, then I just started looking at my scrap bucket, looking at my stuff, just trying to get some inspiration, seeing what I had in there. Then I just went on Pinterest and started looking to see, you know, looking for inspiration of what I have and what I can do with it. But I will say this. What I do like about scrapping, or raiding the scrap bucket, whatever you want to call it, is the process. Because I feel like once the inspiration comes and you get going, then it's just like, sorry, it's going to shake for a second. Shaking my overhead cam. Is the process. Because then all of a sudden you're like, juices are flowing and you got inspiration going and you start recreating again, to me, this is way more fun than trying to come up with a specific card with a specific stamp. This is just, to me, way more fun. On a Saturday morning, I won't save that, I promise. That's garbage too. I'm actually creating garbage. Trash. Oh, you had to leave. Oh, well, that area. Oh, well, change is good. Change is good, my friend. I know. I probably know why, I think, but change is good. I'm happy for you. All right. Now, I'm going to keep the stitch thing going here just to keep it nice and crisp. So let's just get out my rectangle dies. And I think this is the full panel one. I always got to remeasure. 1, 2, 3, 4.5. Yep, 4.5 by 5 1/4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. Yeah, this is 5.5. Yep. All right. I rather than going in the middle and doing waste of this stuff, I'm gonna go right to the edge. So I got a good piece here on one side to reuse. Add another time. Just curious, anybody hanging out? Anybody else just like to do these crafting sessions and just get rid of your scraps, make something fun, zone the brain, I guess, you know? I'm on a couple design teams, and it gets, yeah, sometimes the fun is taken out of it because we're trying to design so much in certain things, and to me, this is the fun part. In my head, I'm trying to figure out what else I could put around that. And I think I've got some floral dies. I could cut out some DSP to go, just a couple to go around the books or something. I was not thinking the pencil dies. I was thinking I was going to use an old book or something, book page behind this, but this fits perfect. Good back to school card. Good teacher card, I guess. Right? Okay, this one, I would actually just tear that and throw this and save this. Okay. Told ya, I'm going to recreate my mess I just cleaned up. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so let's just pop him up. And then I think I'm going to put some flowers around that. And I'm thinking of finding, I have a doodle paper, because the one I just had didn't have much scraps for flowers in it. We'll see what's in my bucket too, maybe. Some greens, some blues, something to match those pencils. That's kind of what I'm thinking. And that's not going to fit. We'll just cut him in half. Plus, when I scrap, there's this satisfaction. It's weird. Hang on. Need a sip of coffee. It's just extra caramel creamer, I swear. It's not Bailey's or anything. It should be Bailey's. I'm off today. But I have to drive to... it's my turn to drive with Sandy and I going to Rochester today. Let's see. What did I do with my glue? Glue, 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 glue. There's a satisfaction of being done, looking at how many cards I created with what was sitting on my desk and then having nothing left. And going, had I thrown all that away, I would have missed out on X amount of cards. I just love that. Sorry if my head's in the way. I'm going to center here for one quick second. Oh, I like that. Yeah, get that to refocus for us. I'll zoom in. I'll zoom in. Yeah, let me see. I have this doodle bug one that's got some bright colors in it. See what I got for scraps of this. I might get a couple. I'm gonna try. Oh, I do have scraps. Look at. Yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that. I have a couple strips left, but those aren't good enough for flowers. I think I'm just gonna do three, and I'm gonna do this set. I just got a couple things out as I was digging through of stuff I might want to use today. This is the Fabulous Florals from Brutus Monroe too. I have another one from scrapbook.com, but the flowers are too big. So we're going to go that one, and this one. And should I do a leaf? We're gonna do leaves too. All right. I don't care about pattern as much as I do like that one fits there with hardly any scraps left. This matches the pencils, I think, doesn't it? I think so. Yeah. See, now this one here, right there. Let's just put the star right dead center of that star on that one. As I say, I don't care about pattern. Then I'm like, oh, look at the star. Let's just use the star. Yeah. Only because it's small enough. Why not? Beauteous. And then let's just go. I kind of like this pattern, I think, for the leaves and stuff. Oh, no, wait. Didn't I get. Yeah. Okay, hang on. We're going to use the florals for this one. I haven't even opened this. I got this part of the Stamp Timber. But this is not a Stamp Timber set, but it was on sale for Stamp Timber from Simon Says Stamp. I don't have, or I didn't have, any good fall leaves and different leaves and things. So I got this die set. Great deal. Let's just use, oh, look, it all comes in one big shebang. So let's, I want, since these flowers, we're going to go this one. They're not individual, which I love. I love when they come in with a plate like that. Scrap bucket. This is a scrap bucket. I feel like it's that. But let's just look at what else I got in here. Ooh, that's a good one. Isn't this fun? I love it. I love it. Ooh. Will the plate fit on this? Can I get a couple out of here? I can get a couple out of this one. Orange, because I got orange in there. Excuse me. Okay. Let's get that one. All right, let's run this through. And then this card's done. Once I die cut these out, glue these together, bada bing, we got another card. And I'm going to see if I can squeeze out one more card because I do want to do this. I want to try this barn thing. And go from there. Where's my plate? All right, let's just throw up all my flowers here first. Like so. This is a back to school card. I got a set. I don't remember who it's by. I do know I've got a back to school set with some like you're an awesome teacher and stuff sentiments in it. So that's what's going to get popped up on this one. And you guys, I love taking DSP and just cutting stuff like this out, and making flowers out of things and stuff. I really just think it's the cat's meow to use this stuff for cutouts and things, right? Okay, my leaf. Let's realign that in there. I'm going to just do 2 passes of this. Actually, I might just need 1 because there's a couple leaves on there, right? I'm just die cutting. I won't zoom out yet. Not your mom. DSP, it stands for Designer Series Paper. So like Bruce Monroe calls them paper pads. Which is just a big, huge pad of paper, like all these designer paper. It's called Designer Series Paper or paper pad, patterned paper, some people will call it. I just use DSP for short. But yeah, DSP stands for Designer Series Paper. Great question. You know, we all probably have our own terminology and stuff, right? Or regional, for that matter. It might be just a regional thing, too. Yeah, I just need 1 pass, because I'm only going to need a couple leaves. And let's just do quick and easy. We're going to grab... let's see, I've got some red, some yellow, some orange. Since the leaves are orange, I'm going to grab my orange paper. Scraps, of course. Hole punch. Great for shaker cards, great for stuff like this. So don't throw that stuff away. My goodness, that is like, that's a gold right there, I'm telling you. Gold, 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 gold. Okay. Check it out. Quick and easy. How easy is that? Because guess what I'm going to throw in the middle of that? A gem. Remember that game at the state fair where they had these circles, or at the fair, they had these circles and you had to overlap them and cover the circle or whatever it was? This is what this one reminds me of. Look at that. I had some other ones in here, and I'm just picking those up. I'm going to use those yellow ones mixed in with that. Check that out. That was random. Focus, focus. There we go. There we go. It'll focus, just slow. I'm gonna actually, I like that. I'm gonna actually use whatever I had in there. I don't know what these, I think these were from tags. I was cutting out the holes of the tags. So we're going to use up some of these. This would be kind of cool just to like throw some spray glue down and like throw these on a card and wherever they stick, they stick. Perfect. I love it. I love it. Since I've got gold and kind of a teal in here, I'm going to just take, let's see what I got for teal. These will work. These little flower sequins will work. Little sequence, little shimmer with my screwed up foil. These are so rounded, it takes a lot of glue on these ones. I'm going to knock out one more card, even though I know I'm going to probably go over. So if you want to hang. I would, appreciate if you want to hang. If not, I understand. Hour is an hour. But I want to try one of these barn cards that I colored. That I always struggle with how to lay these out, but I had extra of this pretty Pink Fresh Studio flower from another card that I thought would be cool to overlay it. All right. I like to do a little dimension, so I'm going to take my ball roller on these, just the little ball, and let's just give these a little, just using my mouse pad, which works great as a little pad. If you've never done this before, this is just one of these little, what's the official name of these? It's not even on here. Ball tool. I don't know. It just gives your leaves a little curl. You just kind of rub it on. You don't need it to rub too much. It'll break down the paper, so you don't need to rub too much. And it just makes the petals curl for you. Okay. Let's give it a whirl. See if I like it. Check my leaves. Oh, a dot tool. Dot tool? I've never heard of a dot tool. Huh. I think I'm going to just reverse this. Where do I want it? I'm trying to figure out empty space, but at the same time I like to show the shape of the die cut. Give me 1 sec as I finagle here. I kind of like it separate. And we're going to go here. And then we're going to throw these. Like so, I think. I like. Without my finagling. And then my, I keep adding on with bling and stuff. Quick card. Not bad. All of this was scrap, except for I used a new sheet of the pencil paper from Hall. It was the Hall Pass paper from Bruce Monroe. I used a new sheet for that because I didn't have scraps. But I could have used an old book page and recycled that. Oh, this is great. What a great little card this turned out to be. Almost threw that away because it was a mistake, but now it's got that textured, vintage, mixed media kind of feel to it. Oh, I love this card. What a great back-to-school card, right? Because it's got a little craftiness feel to it for a teacher. with the pencils and things, and then book and stuff. I love that. All right, let's. I wanted to try this and this, and I thought I was trying to think of how I could make this like a dimensional thing. Did I have a different one? Oh, look at this. Look what I just found. Hang on. Sorry, squirrel. Where'd my rainbow cards go? What do I do with my rainbow cards? I set them over to dry. I'm just wondering if these would look cute. Yes and no. Yep, maybe, but not right now. Okay, so I would like to die cut this out and then put a frame over the top of it with this hanging over it, I think, and get some dimension. So let's just, I'm wondering if I should do, I think that, it doesn't matter if it's round or not, I guess, because that's not round. So I would just really need to do something like this, and that's too big. That'll work. Because I might need to... Alright, let's just try. Let's just try. Good morning, Kara. Thanks for popping in. We're scrapping. I am just using up scraps that were sitting on my tabletop this morning. And trying to use up scraps for full-on cards. You know what? I have this one too. Hang on. See, look what I do. Now that the juices are flowing, this is what I do. I have this one with the yellow and the bird, but that covers up. That covers them up too much. This one might be too much to try. Let's just do something with this guy and call it a day. And I have, what do I do with it? Is it in this pile? I bought these new. Yeah. Let's just see if I can, will this fit on one of these? So this is another one of my colored panels that I colored when I was on the road. This is just colored pencils. Let me zoom in on him so you can kind of see the coloring on him. This is Prismacolor colored pencils that I colored when I was just traveling. This was from my travel kit of traveling. I bought these layering. Oh, that's a good size too. I bought these layering, what are these called? These are the postage rectangles from Simon Says Stamp. And I kind of like that. And then we're going to layer this on white and make this my focal point. And that'll be my last card. I changed because that barn one's going to take me a little time to figure out. I don't want to ruin it because it was a lot to color it. And I don't want to cover it up too much either, and just for the sake of covering it up and making a frame on it. Sorry, zoom back out. This one I might just splatter a little bit to give it a little something. We'll see. Let's just see how this looks when I cut it out. Oh, thank you, Kara. Yeah, I just colored it on the road, and you know, it's one of those just practice, and I love colored pencils and Gamsol. Love it. Between that and watercolor are like my two faves. Oh, nice and slow. Don't rip. Come on, please. Okay. One more. Kind of newer washi tape that I use for this stuff, and little sticky. Oh, dang, I like that a lot. I'm gonna triple layer this. I'm gonna give it a little bit of purple. Let me see. I have this purple pack, and I've got 3 purples, 2 dark, no, 4 purples in here. Let's just go 1 down from that. That one. I like that one better. We're going to triple layer this and splatter, and that's too light. Okay. No scraps on this, unfortunately, but that's okay. So what I do, when I do this, I always cut it as if I'm using it for a panel, so I just have a good even, I don't waste my other sheet, the rest of my sheet. All right, now if I go up 1 from that one, and honestly, I got my inspiration from the back of this package, just the layering. That's what I'm doing. That's where the inspiration to layer this. And it's my first time using this new die set. I bought it at the same time I bought all the other leaves and stuff from Simon Says. I've been lacking dies and frames and things. Hence my Pink and Main purchase I just showed you, and then this purchase from Simon Says. Oh, thank you, Luann. Ugh, come on. Okay. I could actually do this same thing with these panels that I colored, which I think I'll do, not today on camera, but to use those up, I think I'm going to do the same thing. Use these same dies and layer them up with a color and a white and that on top, and call it a card. Oh, I like it. Okay, now we're going to go get some wood. One more. One more layer. Same thing, I just cut it to size, 5.5, 4.25. Let's just go 1 size up, which this should be. Let's see what size this one is. I don't even know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.25. Yeah, I think 5.25. That's going to be a little less. That'll still give me a lot of white of the card, and I could actually put this on a colored card even, if I wanted to. But this will work out. This is good. This is good. I am just by these two. These are my first 2 pieces cut with this die. I'm loving it. I'm really loving it. Good purchase. Happy purchase on that one. Now the question is, because I think I'm going to end up gluing this layer. Oops, just fell in the drawer here. All right, gentle, gentle, gentle. You guys, thank you so much for hanging with me on a Saturday morning. I appreciate it. I know all of our lives are so busy, and especially the weekends, we can all get so busy. I'm going to glue this piece down to my card base. Then I'm going to layer these 2 pieces up. So let's just get, and I don't want it too, let's see, this one I think we're going to do, because I think these are the same thickness. It's the same thickness. And I know our weekend times can get precious, so I tried to go early this morning before we got busy. I am heading out on a road trip with my friend Sandy, like I said earlier, so I had to get this done as well for myself. At least I hope I gave you some inspiration this morning to go raid your scrap buckets and start getting inspired and make some cards that you just don't even know you have sitting in your scrap bucket is the point. Actually, let's layer him up on here first. You know what? Do I want to splatter this quick? I want a tiny bit of splatter because I have all this sitting here. I'm gonna get my splatter bucket. Okay. We're gonna go purple with a tiny bit of yellow. I'm using my Tim Holtz watercolor pencils. And my fan brush. And we're just gonna, I just want a little. Good with that. Let's get out my yellow. I'm gonna go a little goldenrod-y kind of yellow. So I'm just using this little goldenrod mustard yellow. Oh, that was perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. Dry, glue, done. Anybody got a favorite of what I made so far today? We'll put this one together, then you can tell me. So technically 4 cards, but two rainbows and 2 other ones. So 4 cards, not bad. In an hour and 15, but I think I talked a little bit at the beginning, so roughly an hour. Not too shabby. If you guys could see the mess I have, like literally all around me right now, it makes for a good craft morning. All right, sorry if my head's in the way. I got to center really quick. Okay, that one's a weird, it's a weird shape to try to center. Yeah, you almost got to line up the points of the corners. Oh, somebody doesn't know that I'm live. That would be my friend Gina, and she's just going to have to wait. You love the teacher card. Luann loves the bird. Let's finish the bird. I'll get them all out here. I think I have my favorite out of these 3 designs, but let's just look. Okay. I want to pop this one up on the card just so that we can see. The full effect with the white border. Okay. And now I'm just going to glue this straight down. But part of me is like, because that's white on white, I'm allowed to change my mind. I know this is a lot of dimension to fit in a card, but into an envelope. But I did change my mind. It's got to be popped up. That white on white, lose it a little bit, so I got to see it pop off the white. Come on. There we go. Well, if you normally watch my Scrappy Shorts every other Saturday, hopefully it's just kind of fun seeing the process, live and getting some complete cards, because sometimes I just do an idea on the Scrappy Shorts and not necessarily always a full card. So hopefully this is just fun seeing like a whole couple cards come together and my process. Sometimes I have the idea, I come up with the idea looking at what's in my scrap bucket, and then you just start creating. And it as this one is, as ebb and flow, it can change as you go, right? Oh my goodness. Gorgeous card. Holy buckets, gorgeous card. I like how, like, when I colored this, no end game in sight, I'm just coloring a panel. And that's what I love about this process, is I just colored a panel. I'll decide what the card is going to be later. I'm just coloring and enjoying and relaxing, de-stressing with my coloring. So I just like that process. All right, you guys. Don't mind the mess. I'll zoom in a little bit because I got quite the mess going here. All right, check it out. I'll zoom in on these. Rainbow card. So in the comments, tell me which one you like. Do we like the rainbow card? Do we like my book back to school card? Or do we like the bird? Or all three? Bird is my favorite. Absolute favorite. How this one came together, though, is my second favorite, because I just liked how this whole panel seemed like trash and I could have easily thrown it, and I feel like I got a decent card out of it for a back-to-school teacher card. Kara, the goldfinch is actually a pre-printed card panel from Anthony's Papercraft. He is no longer in business, but I would guess you could find a digital out there somewhere very similar. But he had the best pre-printed bird panels. He's got two. He's got another chickadee. This is the other one that I color a lot. These ones I have right now printed on watercolor paper to watercolor. Anthony's Papercraft, no longer in business, but oh, so still the book too. Okay, well, there we have it. There's my cards. You guys, thank you so much for hanging with me today, Saturday morning, drinking some coffee. If you were crafting along, I know Luann's crafting along, working on her pumpkin quilt, and just enjoying your morning, and enjoy your weekend. I have my Scrappy Shorts every other Saturday, pre-recorded. I actually might do a couple more lives, because to me this process is way more fun than kicking out a pre-recorded for you and just doing something on a Saturday morning. So I might do a few more of these in the future. But every other Saturday, every other Monday, I have a Monday Moments where I share tips, tricks, and helpful hints. And then I also have on the off Mondays, I have, okay, I'll try that, where I try new techniques that I either see on YouTube or my friend Sandy has been so kind as, hey, did you try this? Did you try this? She's got all these techniques, because I haven't ventured off the technique cliff a whole lot, and that's why I'm doing that one, just to try techniques that I haven't tried before with new tools and things, or my current tools that I didn't know I could do with. So there you have it. And lots of other stuff on my channel as well. So I usually try to do a card and a live at least once a week as well. You guys, happy Saturday. Thank you so much for hanging with me. I appreciate you all. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Smash the thumbs up if you like today's Scrappy Short. And until next time, I'll see you then.